What's goody to any and everybody who may be listening? Okay. Um, Now I'm getting these end time images, which again is not going to be anything like you think it is. Not any of those curses and spells and chants and incantations in that Bible is going to be coming into fruition. All of that was predictive programming. They expected me to act in these certain types of ways, which I'm not going to be acting in. Okay, but I do want to tell you about this rage, honey. This rage that almost consumed me. This rage that almost had me wanting to send him and everybody else to hell. But this is something that I've done before because I can recall it. Like this loop that we have been around. Like we've been around this loop a countless number of times. And I decree and declare that this is the last time this loop, and I'm out of here. I decree and declare that this loop, this is the last time this loop has looped around because I'm exiting. This time I will be making an exit. Okay. Um. So let's get into like it's the dark magic for me. It's the obsession. It's the him trying to attach himself to me. Him using this dark magic. Like this individual has not changed. He has not grown any. He is not worthy of being in my sight. He is not worthy of being in my presence. I don't want him anywhere near me. I don't want him around me. There is this hatred for him that I am most definitely in the process of clearing out of my system. Okay, but this rage occurred as a result of this dark magic that he just did. It was some new and fresh dark magic that he did, which I felt it first. Now, just because I feel it don't mean that it worked. When I feel it, it just means I know that it's happening. These are my light sparks informing me that this individual did some work. And the first thing that happens is that I feel it. Now, this time it resulted in a rage because, bitch, I am so tired of him. I'm tired of him. There are no other words to explain how tired I am of this individual. Like completely done. My hands are washed of him. It has been this individual or Romola every step of the way bringing me down. Okay, to the point where now I'm in a boy body. To the point where now I am poor. Financially anyway. In a motherfucking shelter. And aside from getting an SSI check, if I need money, I gotta go out and get cans and bottles to feed myself or to get things that I need while he over here in Orisha, which girl, they went from being superheroes, the lamest locust motherfuckers being superheroes, to now being religious figures and spirits and things of this nature. Okay, now this rage, it occurred as a result of this dark magic that was done. I started to feel the rage on the other night. The next day, I woke up still feeling this rage, but I knew what it was, and I was somewhat able to contain this rage within my body. Okay, but look, lo and behold, I got up that morning. I came out on my trails, which would consist of me picking up these cans and these bottles so that I can have some money in my pocket so that I could eat or so that I could just do what I needed to do or get what I needed to get. So as I'm out on my trails, I get triggered by guess who? The motherfucking police. those thugs within that whole operation. Those gang members who ain't got no business being here, because I definitely, the ruler, I didn't consent to them being here. They shouldn't be here. Who the fuck are they? Why are they here? We are down here in the midst of death culture. It's like it's smoke and mirrors that they are here to protect and to serve, when they just here just to be here and to waste resources. Resources, my energy, my light sparks into that police force, which I decree and declare are coming up out of them. But we're gonna save that for later. Okay. So after this rage, this officer triggered me, and this rage ignited. Like, I was already raging, but once I got triggered, the rage ignited into something much more. And I got to cussing and fussing everybody that walked past me out. Those that would dare to even look in my direction, that is. Because I was just a yelling and a cussing and a fussing. Many knew not to look, but you still had those few who dared to. You know, the types that are aligned with these demonic networks and these secret societies. They dared to, because they're stupid. Okay? But after a while, I managed to pull my rage back inside of my body. I was still raging like a motherfucker, but I managed to pull it back inside. Now, once I pulled that rage back inside, I got to making all sorts of declarations. I got to decreeing and declaring things, and I got to sending motherfuckers straight to hell. Okay? It did not happen, though. I did not send them there. Although I recorded it. I sure did. But I sat with the energy. Now, after I recorded it, I was raging, still raging. But I sat with that energy, and I allowed the rage to subside. Once the rage subsided, I decided not to send the individuals in question to hell. Now, these individuals, I'm talking about Orumula himself. I'm talking about Andy, or the dude that I refer to as Maestro. Mice in plural form, with straw on the end, because he reminded me of a sewer rat. Nothing more. I sent Sharita. I sent Darrell. I sent Danielle. I sent Nikki. But I didn't send them, because once that rage subsided, I started seeing my light sparks. The light sparks came in from that loop where I did that before, because again, this has looped around a countless number of times, and I have sent them to hell before. And when I sent them to hell, it was just such an emotional thing for me. It caused an emotional reaction with me, which is something that I did not want to do, which was send them to hell. So it looped back around. Okay? I'm not going to be sending any of them to hell, which is what they wanted me to do so bad, which was the reason for that dark magic that he sent out, was for me to do that. I had to pull myself back. So no, I'm not going to be sending any of them to hell. Now, Orumula. I do not like this individual. It's borderline hatred. Like, I'm trying not to hate him, but again, it's this dark magic that he keeps throwing, trying to attach himself to me. It's this soul tie that I'm ready for it to be destroyed and dismantled in the name of the mother and the father and the child. I decree and declare this soul tie between this individual and I be broken, dismantled, and destroyed in the name of the mother, the father, and the child. In the name of the Most High, the Supreme Being, and the Exalted One. I decree and declare this to be effective immediately. I do not want this individual or any of his friends, I'm talking about Andy, or any of the individuals that worked with him. I'm talking about the Brotherhood. I'm talking about Sharita. I'm talking about Danielle. I'm talking about Darrell. I'm talking about Pinky. I'm talking about anybody. Any of these individuals that we were around, upwards in the body, that I nurtured and that I cared for, that only turned their backs on me and betrayed me. I do not want any of these individuals near me or around me while I'm doing my job. I do not need any of them around me while I'm doing my job, and I damn sure do not need old Rumula anywhere near or around me while I'm doing my job. Okay? Now, this end time is not going to be anything like you expect it to be. Anything that you expect to come to fruition from out of that Bible, it's not going to happen, because that shit is demonic. And it was based on predictive programming. It was based on all of the motherfucking experiments and that MK Ultra they did on me. They expected it to have a certain result, which it's not going to have, which it does not have. It's not giving that at all. Okay? Now, again, with this old Rumula character, you are going, once this happens, because, see, the end times is going to be much more peaceful than you think. Okay, it's going to consist of me alone, sitting up there in a chair similar to the chair I had back when I was the ruler and the giant. I'm going to be doing the same thing that I was doing, or something similar to what I was doing when I was up there, when the people would come up to me for judgments and things of this nature. I'm going to be doing similar. They're going to be looking into my eyes. I'm going to be pulling them down into my body, where they are going to see the truth, the absolute truth. Okay? And what are they going to see? Oh, they going to see that Romula was the culprit. They are going to see what this individual has been doing since the beginning of time. They are going to see all of the rapes that occurred. They are going to see the black orbs and the dark matter and everything of this nature. They are going to see the setups. They are going to see this individual constantly preying upon me, doing this dark magic on me and bringing me down and killing me. Okay? They are going to see him killing my children. They are going to see the experiments, the dark magic. They are going to see these government programs. They are going to see it all. And they are going to see that it was Romula who was the culprit of it. They are going to see him being a lapdog. They are going to see him fucking octopussy on his tippy toes. They gonna see everything. Now, this is something that he does not want them to see, of course. He is trying to do everything in his power for this not to come out. But baby, it's coming out. Okay, it's time. This is your reckoning. I'm so glad I got this download about this bitch that he planned on bringing around me, and this child that he thought that I was going to be giving something to. Hell no. So before him, this child, or this lady come around me, it's a no. Andy better not come around me. None of them people that he been with, his family, I don't give a fuck who it is. They better not come around me at all. And he better not come around me. As a matter of fact, all of them are banished from coming around me. All of them are banished from coming near me. They will be, I decree and declare that they will be walking away empty-handed, with their heads down, without nothing. And they are going to wish that they never did what the fuck they did, that they never tried me in this way. They are going to wish it. That's a guarantee. Because, baby, the way I love myself right now, the way the love for myself is set up, bitch, I don't give a fuck about nobody. Nobody's approval. I don't need nobody's companionship. Nothing. I'm good on my own. I was the ruler, and I was ruling on my own. Rumula was just somebody, who was there. I gave him power. Which I decree and declare all of that power coming up out of him. Well, for the most part, it's already left him. He ain't got but a smidget left. Okay, now that smidget is about to come up out of him. No worries. Thank you. Bye-bye.